You know, I'm not saying we're going to return to the meme mania of what was it, 2001, right? Or January 2001, late 2020. But this sort of disclosure, the way you're going to have to figure out, you can find out like who is taking out loans. You know, it's much more granular disclosure on who's exactly doing the short selling, like what fund. It's not just the broker dealer itself.
Yeah.
This is going to lead to short squeezes more. I mean, again, you know, there's a special circumstance that went down in 2021. Fed printing massive amounts of money. Everybody's sitting at home. You know, what was your pastime back then?
It
was
the pandemic,
trading.
yeah. They learned how to trade. They were self-taught.
Right, but it was more than that. It was just like if you didn't work, you were on your computer doing something. A lot of people were trading and gambling. The Fed was printing money, so markets go generally up when that happens. We don't have all that dynamic we could have. If that dynamic ever comes back, and these rules withstand this challenge, and I think they will, based on the lawyers I spoke to today, we're going to have short squeezes on steroids.
Can you explain to our viewers who don't know what a short squeeze is in a nutshell so that we all understand?
So, it's how the squeeze happens. Everybody gets on social media, and this is what happened with GameStop, with AMC.
Right, Wall Street Bets, Reddit.
You know, you get on and say, hey, we know there's massive amounts of shorting on these 5 stocks. Let's screw with the big guys a little bit. And that's what they did. They all got together. It basically took what are now, again, penny stocks. AMC is now, it's a $6 stock, but that's only after reverse split, so it's like a 60-cent stock. Back then, it was like a $1.50 stock, you know, pre-split, reverse split. It took it from $1.50 to $2 to $3 to $4 to $8. The thing eventually traded at $70 a share. Now, the squeeze was over. It put one big hedge fund out of business, Melvin Capital. It crushed a lot of others. But you could see that happen again. Now,
when Gensler says he wants to make things more transparent, and that could cause short squeezes, meaning people who are trying to short certain stocks have to announce that to the markets.
It's going to be announced more granular. You have to announce it anyway, but you're going to find not just the broker dealer, but the fund, and then from what I understand, and let's make sure I read this right, the person actually doing the borrowing. You got to like disclose aspects of who you borrowed with and all that. And I think this is he's throwing a bone to the meme stock community, even though the meme stock community got crushed by their own irrational exuberance. And he's also throwing a bone to Elizabeth Warren, who's essentially his boss, not really Biden, to be honest with you. She